When you reach a certain age, peace of mind becomes more valuable than ever. You've worked hard all your life, and now you deserve to live in comfort, with dignity and safety. For many seniors, that includes bringing someone into the home, a homemaker, to help with daily tasks, companionship, and care. It sounds like a simple solution, right? But here's the thing. Not all homemaker services are created equal. In fact, hiring someone who is unlicensed can quietly open the door to a host of problems, some of which could put your health, finances, and even your independence at serious risk. Before we dive in, I want to hear from you. Have you or someone you know ever hired a homemaker who wasn't officially licensed? What was your experience? Share it in the comments. And if you're passionate about protecting yourself and others, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. We're just getting started. In this video, we'll uncover 5 hidden risks of hiring unlicensed homemaker services that every senior in America needs to know. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Let's begin with the first, and perhaps most dangerous, risk. Let me tell you about a woman named Margaret. Number 1. Risk number 1. No background checks equals potential danger. Margaret was 74. She lived alone after her husband passed, and her daughter lived 2 states away. One Sunday after church, a neighbor introduced her to a woman named Carla, a friendly, soft-spoken lady who said she offered homemaking help for seniors. Margaret liked her right away. No agency, no paperwork, just cash payments once a week. At first, Carla seemed like a blessing. She cooked, cleaned, and even drove Margaret to the store. But after a few months, Margaret's daughter noticed strange charges on her mother's debit card, small at first, then hundreds of dollars. When confronted, Carla disappeared overnight. Later, they learned she had a history of theft and even a previous conviction for elder exploitation. Here's the hard truth. Unlicensed homemakers are not subject to mandatory background checks. That means there's no system in place to flag criminal records, financial abuse, or even violent behavior. You might be inviting someone into your home who shouldn't be near vulnerable individuals at all. Think about that. Your home, your sanctuary, could become a place of risk, all because proper screening was skipped. Let me ask you this. If you've ever considered hiring help, did you check their background thoroughly? Would you know how? Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear how you or your family navigated this. And if you're finding this eye-opening, take a second right now to hit that subscribe button. It's a small action that helps protect more seniors like you. Up next, we'll talk about a risk that's not about danger, but about silence. Silence when something goes wrong. Stay with me. Number 2. Risk number 2. No legal accountability when things go wrong. Imagine this. You're 78 years old. You've recently had hip surgery, and you're still regaining your strength. You hire someone named Linda to help out around the house. She's not part of an agency, but she came recommended by a friend's niece. Seems trustworthy enough. One rainy afternoon, while helping you out of the bath, Linda loses her balance, and so do you. You fall hard. A fractured wrist. Pain. Hospital bills. Rehab. When your son asks about insurance coverage, there's none. No liability policy. No workers' compensation. No recourse. Linda wasn't licensed, wasn't bonded, and wasn't insured. And because there was no contract, no agency oversight, there's no one to hold responsible. Just you, left with mounting medical expenses from an accident that wasn't even your fault. When homemaker services are unlicensed, there's no safety net for you or them. No formal grievance process. No legal protections. You're left to navigate a mess on your own. Ask yourself, if someone working in your home made a serious mistake, would you be legally protected? Most people assume yes, until it's too late. Let me know in the comments. Have you or someone you know ever had a problem with an in-home worker and didn't know who to turn to? Your story might just help someone else. And if this got you thinking, don't stop here. Hit that like button so this message can reach more seniors before they face the same trap. Coming up, we're going to look at a shocking statistic that might make you rethink everything about saving money with unlicensed help. Number 3. Risk number 3. Unlicensed doesn't mean cheaper in the long run. Let's talk about numbers, because sometimes they speak louder than words. According to a 2023 report by the National Council on Aging, seniors who hire unlicensed in-home help are 42% more likely to experience unexpected financial loss related to property damage, medical emergencies, or fraud within the first year of service. 42%. That's nearly 1 in every 2 seniors who thought they were saving money, only to lose more in the end. It makes sense when you think about it. When there's no licensing, there's no training requirement, no oversight, no accountability. So when mistakes happen, whether it's a shattered heirloom, a burned meal that causes a fire, or a simple slip on a wet floor, guess who's responsible? You are. You might not be paying an agency fee up front, but you'll be paying later, in repairs, in medical bills, or worse, in legal battles. And that's not even counting the emotional toll. Here's a question worth pondering. If you were to add up the risks, physical, emotional, and financial, would a small savings still be worth it? Tell me in the comments. Have you ever tried to save money on a service, only for it to cost you much more later? These stories are more common than we think, and sharing yours might prevent someone else from learning the hard way. And if this video has helped open your eyes, don't forget to click subscribe. These are the kinds of truths that too often go unspoken until it's too late. Now, let's shift gears and explore how science reveals a hidden cost of trusting unlicensed help, especially when it comes to our mental health. Number 4. Risk number 4. The psychological cost of distrust and stress. Have you ever had that nagging feeling in your gut? That quiet, unsettling doubt that someone in your home, someone supposed to help, isn't quite who they say they are? Science tells us that this feeling isn't just uncomfortable, it's harmful. According to a study published by the American Psychological Association, older adults who experience sustained anxiety or uncertainty in their home environment show a 30% higher rate of cognitive decline over 5 years compared to those living in stable, trusted surroundings. That's not a small number. That's your peace of mind slowly eroding. When you hire a licensed homemaker, there's a structure, a level of training, a standard of care. But when that person is unlicensed, that foundation disappears. Suddenly, you find yourself second-guessing their intentions. You feel uneasy leaving your wallet on the counter. You hesitate to ask for help because you're unsure of their capability. And worst of all, your home, your sanctuary, no longer feels like a safe space. This kind of chronic low-level stress affects more than your mood. It impacts your memory, your blood pressure, your sleep. It chips away at your dignity, day by day. So I ask you, is it worth it? Is the convenience of an unlicensed service worth sacrificing your peace of mind? Let's open up the conversation. Have you ever had someone in your home who made you feel unsettled, even if nothing technically went wrong? Share your experience in the comments. You're not alone. And while you're here, take a moment to like this video. It helps this message reach others who might be silently struggling with the same concerns. Next, we'll paint a picture. 2 seniors. 2 very different outcomes. 1 choice that made all the difference. Stay with me. Number 5. Risk number 5. Different choices, different futures. Let's imagine 2 people, George and Harold. Both are 82. Both live alone in similar homes, in similar neighborhoods. Both begin to feel the need for help with cooking, cleaning, and errands. George chooses an unlicensed homemaker recommended by a friend's cousin. No paperwork, no formal process. Harold, on the other hand, contacts a licensed agency that specializes in elder care. He checks credentials, signs a service agreement, and ensures the agency is bonded and insured. Fast forward 1 year. George's helper was friendly at first, but she began showing up late, leaving early, and sometimes not at all. George didn't want to make a fuss, but things escalated. Important mail went missing. His checkbook had unexplained gaps. When he finally brought it up, she vanished. No accountability, no resolution. George was left feeling embarrassed, angry, and vulnerable. His daughter now visits every other day just to make sure everything is okay. Harold, meanwhile, developed a consistent relationship with his assigned homemaker. When she took a week off, the agency sent a vetted substitute. His daughter has peace of mind. Harold feels supported, not suspicious. Safe, not anxious. Both men made a choice, but only one ended up with the outcome we all deserve: trust, safety, and dignity. Now I want to hear from you. If you had to choose today, would you go with the unlicensed quick fix or the structured path of licensed care? Comment below with your thoughts. Let's talk about what peace of mind really means. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because these conversations matter. They protect not only you, but countless others who might one day face the same crossroads. Up next, we'll bring it all together. A final word on why your safety and dignity should never be compromised. Let's wrap this up. So here we are. 5 risks. 5 reasons why hiring unlicensed homemaker services might cost you more than you ever imagined. Not just in dollars, but in dignity, safety, and peace of mind. As we grow older, we don't ask for much. A clean home, a warm meal, a bit of help, a kind presence. But those simple needs deserve protection. They deserve standards. They deserve people who are trained, trusted, and accountable. Let's be clear, not everyone who is unlicensed is dangerous. But when there's no license, there's no safety net. And when it comes to your well-being, hoping for the best is not a strategy. You deserve better than a gamble. If this video made you think, even for a moment, please take a second to share it with a friend or loved one. These conversations could prevent heartache for someone you care about. And now I want to hear from you one last time. What is your biggest concern when it comes to in-home care? Drop it in the comments. You never know who you might help just by speaking up. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe. This channel is a space for truth, for protection, and for honoring the lives we've built over decades. Your story matters. Your safety matters. Take care, stay wise, and never stop demanding the care you truly deserve.